Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now guys. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. No issues with the audio or the video, right guys? Everything is perfect? Okay, great. You guys are so awesome, guys. You guys are so awesome. Okay, so now that all is good, can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class? If you guys feel that everything is good, then can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys? Just a particular recap, guys. When we'll start the project. Today is the first day of the project itself. We are going to start with the project today itself. Okay, I think so. I've told it in yesterday's class. Were you not listening to me? What is the scenario right over there? So we learned about DOM, we learned about real DOM, we learned about virtual DOM, we learned about React DOM itself, right? We learned about why React DOM is important. We learned about components itself, right? So these are the different things that we learned in our yesterday's class. Am I right, guys? Yes. Were you guys able to understand everything in our yesterday's class, guys? Because that is a very important topic. That's a very important topic, guys. That is the reason why I'm asking you guys this. Did you guys understand everything in our yesterday's class? Is there some kind of problem statements right over here itself? How many time will it take to complete MERN by my own? If you're doing it on your own, not following anything else, and just MERN stack if you're doing, then it's of no use. You have to do full stack development, MERN stack, cloud computing plus DevOps. On your own, if you're doing, it will take you more than 8 to 9 months, okay, because you will get stuck somewhere, you will not have help. Most of the time it will be also the case that you might just be distracted, right? You are having exams, you are like, oh shit, exams came up, and then you want to party. So it might take you 8 to 9 months at the bare minimum to do it. Okay, so shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please let me know. Shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please let me know. Yes, no, what is the scenario? Like, don't say no, like I will still teach. I don't have an option right over there. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Let me first find out where is the particular file that we need to use for today's project. Give me a second. So I have kept the file somewhere, and I myself have forgotten about it. So give me a second, guys, so that I'm able to find the file. Let me try to find the file, guys. I actually created a file, the CSS file for the project itself, and I just saved it somewhere thinking that, okay, this is safe, okay, this is where I will be easily able to find it, and now I don't remember it. Okay, so give me a second, guys. Give me a second, guys. Let me try to find it. Is this the one? No, this is not the one. Okay, what about you? Is this the one? Yes, I have found the style.css, guys. Let me shift it somewhere else. Let me put it up to the desktop itself so that I'm able to see it there. Let me provide you guys with a file as well. Give me a second. Desktop, and where is it? Fuck, I just kept it here. Just like 2 seconds ago I kept it here. What? Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm still trying to figure. Okay, yeah, I got it. Open, replace existing file. It is still uploading. In the meanwhile, I'll share my screen with you guys. I hope so that you guys are able to see my screen clearly. So the file is now visible. Where are you? I'll share it with you guys. Share. Anyone with the link? Viewer, copy link, done. I'll provide it in the description of the video itself. Assets, Control V, save. Okay, so now that I've uploaded the files and provided you guys the link, let me tell you guys how to access the file itself. It's going to be pretty simple for you guys. What you have to do is you have to just open up the, if you're currently watching the video, you'll have to refresh the video itself. You'll have to close the video and open it once again. Only then you will be able to see the particular file. Okay, so right over here guys, if this is the current video that you guys are watching right over here. Okay, so this is the video that you guys are currently watching. This is your live chat right over here. In the description of the video itself guys, in the description of the video, you will be able to find assets. You will be able to find assets right over here. Just click on this particular link. It will open up the file styles.css on your website. What you have to do is you have to download this particular file. There are two things that you can do. Either you can just copy paste this entire thing. You can just like select everything right over here and just copy it and paste it inside of the styles.css file that you are having inside of your code sandbox itself, or you can download this file from right over here and upload it in code sandbox. Whatever you guys prefer, you can do it. So for my purpose, I'm just showing you guys how to copy paste it. So I'm just selecting it. I'm Control C, copying everything. I'm going into my code sandbox guys, the one that we were using yesterday. And the meanwhile, I'll just open up your live chat on my screen. What happened right over there? Okay, let's put it up on the left hand side. So this is the particular React code sandbox that we were using in our yesterday's class. And from here, as you're able to see, this is the styles.css. I'm just pasting everything right over here. So as you're able to see, everything has been pasted right over here. I can save it and it's done. That's it. Like that is all that I have to do. For the purpose of the project, we don't need to know CSS. I've just provided you guys with the CSS code so that you are able to build the project from right over there. It's as simple as that. Are you guys able to understand what I've done right over here? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand what you have done right over here, guys? Please let me know. Meghu, you cannot do application development without understanding web development. It's like interlinked with each other. So for becoming an application developer, you have to learn web development first. To become an application developer properly, some people just skip that particular role and then they are like shit application developers. So don't be like them. Okay, learn full stack development properly and then go with application development. Prefer Windows or Linux? I prefer Mac. Okay. Okay, so now that you guys are able to understand this, let us go back to our index.js guys. Yesterday we created this, okay, did we not learn how to create components in our yesterday's class? Oh, I took up the attendance, right? Oh, I forgot about it. Okay, no issues. So first what we are going to do is we are going to learn how to create a component in React.js. Okay, so right over here guys, you are having the h1 tag. Okay, I want to create a component called as heading, which basically contains this h1 tag inside of it. So how to do that? The first thing is to create a function guys. The first thing is to create a function. I want to create a function called as heading with h being capital. How will I create it? Can you guys let me know? I want to create a function called as heading with h being capital. How am I supposed to create it? What code should I write guys? Please let me know. What code should I write guys? Please let me know. Come on guys, I have taught you guys functions, right? This should be super easy for you guys. Super duper easy, right? How to do that? Function heading. Awesome guys, awesome. So functin function, the name heading heading. Now whenever you're creating a component guys, please do remember this. We usually keep the first letter of the function name as capital. Okay, that is again not syntax. Okay, that is basically the convention that we follow. Even if you don't do it, it makes no sense. Okay, it will work totally fine. This is the convention that we follow. That first letter of the function name should be capital, then parenthesis, and then your curly braces. Now this function is going to do only one thing. It is going to return the h1 tag. That's it. This function is only going to do one thing guys. It is to return the h1 tag. That's it guys. Okay, so return the h1 tag. Okay, we'll just copy paste the h1 tag. Okay, we can do that. So let's just control X, control C, and let's return the h1 tag right over here. Now to use this as a component inside of our render property itself, we will replace the h1 tag right over here with the component name. I can put it up as heading, okay, as an opening tag and a closing tag itself, which heading heading right over here. But because this heading tag does not require any kind of content in between it, right? This heading tag that is there, it does not require any type of, I'm not going to write anything right over here. So it makes no sense to put up a opening tag as well as a closing tag. So here what we're going to use is called as a self-closing tag, guys. The opening tag itself is a self-closing tag as well. So it is called as a self-closing tag. So instead of doing this, we're just going to write it like this, okay? So that's it. You have created your very first component. It's as simple as that. You create a particular function that returns the particular thing that you want to keep on your website itself, and you just use it like this. It's as simple as that, guys. But please do make sure, again, JavaScript is and even JSX is a case sensitive programming language. So if you're using a capital H right over here, you have to use a capital H here as well. Okay. It's just like calling a function, but a little bit different, because again, this is not pure JavaScript. This is not pure HTML itself. It is in the middle. It is JSX. So it is a little bit different with respect to how you call functions. Okay. So we can save this. We'll go back to our website and see how things are looking like right now. And as you're able to see, guys, we are having the heading being showcased on our screen. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Yes, no, what is the scenario right over there, guys? Yes, everybody is able to understand? Okay. Next thing that you guys need to understand is the particular function, the particular component that you're creating can only return one particular tag at a time. The component can only return one particular tag at a time, guys. It cannot return multiple tags at the same time. So what if I want my component to return both the heading tag as well as the paragraph tag? What to do at that point of time? If I want my component to return both the h1 tag as well as my paragraph tag at the same time, what should I do, guys? Please let me know. What should we do, guys? Come on, come on. This is something that is very simple, very easy. We have to use the div tag, right? Because the function can only return one tag at a time. So if you want to return two tags, just put it inside of a container, right? The div tag itself. Let's do that. Let's put up a div tag, an opening div tag right over here. Let's put up a closing div tag right over here. Let's copy paste the paragraph tag from there itself, Control X. And we'll paste it right over here, Control V, and we'll save it. So as you're able to see, now the function heading is returning a div tag that contains an h1 tag as well as a paragraph tag inside of it. The function heading is currently returning both a div tag that is containing the h1 tag and the paragraph tag inside of it itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Now if I save this, as you will be able to see, we are currently rendering only the heading component. We are rendering only the heading component, guys. So we go back to our sandbox and refresh our page. Everything is working absolutely the same. There is no issues, no problems whatsoever. But there is a big problem right now. When we were studying about components, if you guys remember, I forget to tell you one of the additional benefits of using a component. So a component makes every small piece of the website function individually itself. It has its own CSS, its own JavaScript, its own particular HTML, its own connection to the backend itself. It is a small website on its own. Now when you use websites like Amazon, Netflix, big websites like this, these are very big websites with multiple pages, multiple components on their screens, and there are thousands, tens and thousands, even lakhs of developers working on these websites. So converting the entire website into smaller components gets access to the developers to work upon just those components very easily and very fast. I don't have to wait for another developer to complete his work on the navigation, but I can directly work on the images because that is another component right over there. But here we are having the entire JavaScript code as well as the component in the same file. Now this is not good, right? We want to separate our component and we have to separate our JavaScript file into two separate things. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? We have to separate our JavaScript and we have to separate our components into two separate files. Only then we will be able to like access the components individually itself. For those who are not able to, Yash is not able to understand the entire class. I'm not ignoring him. Okay, except Yash, is there anybody else who is not able to understand? Like, why are we doing this? Okay, everybody is able to understand. Great. Okay, so the next thing that we have to do right now is that we have to shift it into another file. So let's create another file right over here. So I'll just click on this particular plus button, guys. This will create a new file for us. And we'll name this new file right over here as heading.jsx, guys. Why heading.jsx? Because the name of our component is heading. The name of our function is heading. And it is a JSX code. Okay, so heading.jsx is the name of the file that we are creating right over there. Now inside of this file we will be shifting. First of all, this is a JSX code. Tell me one thing without which JSX cannot work. Tell me one thing without which JSX does not work, guys. Come on, you guys are very, very, very intelligent. You guys can answer this very easily. What is the one thing without which JSX cannot work? JavaScript. No, that is a wrong answer, but okay, good for without calling React. Very good. Tabriz, very good. I am very proud of you guys. Why? Why? The other question is why? Why cannot JSX function without React? Why we need React for JSX to function? Why cannot JSX function without React? Come on, guys. What is the thing that React has because of which it needs a compiler? Come on, guys, think about it. Babel, very good. Tabiz, very good. Because React contains Babel inside of it. And Babel is the translator. Babel is the compiler that compiles down your React, your JSX code into vanilla JavaScript. That is the reason why we need React.js right over here. And without React in this file, your JSX code won't work. We don't need the virtual DOM. We don't need the virtual DOM, guys. Virtual DOM was React DOM. We need that to put things on our website. We are not putting anything. We are just creating a component right over here. So the first thing that is needed is we need our React right over here, guys. Control C, Control. These are the things that you guys need to understand. You need to connect things, connect the dots together, guys. Okay. The next thing, we'll declare our particular function heading. So I'll just copy paste this in its entirety. Control X. And we'll go here and do Control V. Okay, so now our heading function is currently contained inside of our heading.jsx. Am I right, guys? Our heading component is contained inside of our heading.jsx file. Index.js does not has heading component itself. Index.js currently does not has heading component. But it is requiring the heading particular component itself. It is using it, but it does not have it. Let us try to understand what is happening right over here. Okay. Let us try to understand this in a much more easy manner. Otherwise, you might get confused by that. So let me have the screen right over here. Let me have the pen. Let me shift my mobile. Bring the tablet. Okay. So we are having two files right over there, guys. The first one is index.js. The second one is heading.jsx. Now index.js requires, okay, it needs the heading component. It needs the heading component, guys. Heading.jsx already has the heading component. It already has the heading component. So it has the function. It already has that, right? Think about it as index.js is nothing else but let's say India. Index.js is India and heading.jsx is China. Now China has iPhones. China has iPhones with it. It creates iPhone, it has iPhones inside of its country. India requires iPhone. India requires iPhone. So what will India do? China has iPhones, India requires iPhone. So what will India do, guys? What will India do? Import it, right? India will go to China and will say, bro, can I get the iPhones that you guys are producing? I need it. Okay. Can I import? You will ask a question. Can I import? Question mark. Now India can only import the iPhones if and only if China is already exporting them, right? If China is saying that I'm not going to export any kind of iPhones itself at any particular point of time. I'm not going to export any iPhones. So no matter if India wants them or not, India cannot get it. India can only import the iPhones if and only if China is actually exporting them. So if China is exporting the iPhones, only then India can import them, right? So inside of our heading.jsx file as well, we want to export this heading function. We want to export this heading function, guys. And inside of index.js, we want to import the heading function. We want to import the heading function because it requires it right over there. Now let's assume I'm importing something from heading.jsx and heading.jsx has millions of functions inside of it. I am importing something from heading.jsx and heading.jsx is currently exporting iPhones, it is exporting tablets, it is exporting your particular mobile phones, it is exporting desktops itself, it is exporting everything. China is exporting everything right over there, right? So when your particular India is coming to China and saying that I want to import something from you, so by default what should get exported? By default we want to export the heading function. There are multiple things that I'm exporting. By default, if somebody asks that I want to import something from you, I'm not specifying what. I'm saying I just want to import something from you, then by default the heading function should get exported. So this will be a default export. Now dude, there can be multiple functions that I'm exporting, but by default the heading functions is getting exported. So if somebody by default asks for an import, the heading function should go out. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Yes? So let us look at it from a practical standpoint as well a little bit. Okay, this is just theoretical in nature. Let's look at it practically. So let's first export this heading function by default. Okay, so export default, then the function name. As you're able to see right away, by default, why is it needed? China is exporting iPhones, China is exporting Samsung phones, China is exporting Oppo phones, China is exporting Vivo phones, China is exporting every kind of phones that you know. India is going and saying, I'm not specifying the brand, I want to import a phone from you. So which phone should be exported by China? By default, if some country is asking that I want to import phone from you, they're having thousands of brands. So by default, which particular brand should be exported? So iPhone should be getting exported. Similar to this, if a particular file is coming to heading.jsx and asking that I want to import a function from you, which should be the default function getting exported? There can be millions of functions in this file. Which function are we exporting by default itself? So that is what is happening right over here. Now, if you see it right over here, guys, I have not used parenthesis after the heading. Are you guys able to see this? I have not used parenthesis after the heading, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Why is there no parenthesis right over there? The reason being that we actually don't need it. If we use a parenthesis, then we are calling the function. We are not calling the function. We are just sending the function off. We are not calling the function right now. We are just sending the function off. So don't put parenthesis right over here. So we've exported the heading function from there, guys. Now we need to import it right over here. So import heading heading from / heading.jsx. So here what I've done, guys, let me just check if everything is working or not. So everything is working fine. So as you're able to see, I've said that I want to import a function called as heading. I'm going to name that, I want to import a function from heading.jsx, and I'm naming that function, naming that component as heading. I can say I import Shaurya from heading.jsx as well. So by default, Shaurya is getting exported. So the heading is getting exported and it is getting saved as Shaurya inside of this file. So if I use Shaurya right over here, import Shaurya from heading.jsx. So I have to use Shaurya right over here as well. I have to use Shaurya from here as well, guys. So whatever default function was getting exported from heading.jsx, I'm renaming it as Shaurya. I'm renaming it as Shaurya, but this is a very, very bad way of writing code. You should always use the same name, whatever name of the function that you are using, you should always use the same name itself. So I'm also using the exact same name. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. And it's done. Like you have imported it, you have exported it, that is it. Like there's no issues in that. Okay, it's as simple as that. Nothing too complicated about it. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Yes. So I'll be taking up the first attendance of our today's class, guys. Yesterday, we have already done 2 attendances. If any of you guys have missed any one of the attendances as well, you have got 0 attendance for yesterday's class. Yesterday, we had taken up 2 attendances, guys, as you're able to see right over here. If you have missed on any one of the attendance as well in our yesterday's class, your yesterday's attendance is actually 0. If you have filled both the attendances, only then you are going to get the yesterday's attendance. Otherwise, your attendance for yesterday's class is 0. 0 matlab shunya, shunya matlab ille. Okay. So you are having no attendance for yesterday if you have missed even one of the attendance links. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Good. So this is the first attendance for today's class, guys. Again, reminding you guys, yesterday there was 2 attendances. Even if you have missed a single attendance from the yesterday's class, your yesterday's attendance is 0. You filled the first attendance, you forgot to fill the second attendance, 0. You filled the second attendance, you forgot the first attendance, 0. 0 is the attendance for your yesterday's class. So make sure you guys are coming on time in the class from tomorrow onwards and filling up your attendance on time as well. Okay. Trippy, you know me, I am never going to take up any attendance again. Once I take up the attendance, it's over. This attendance link will be closed exactly at 8:49, guys. This attendance link is going to be closed exactly at 8:49. We are going to then continue with our class because we have to build the file system for our project itself today at least. So please start filling up the attendance, and I'm not going to provide the attendance anymore. Give me difference between import and require for using. Just Google it. Google will give you the difference. Okay, this is a basic theoretical question. You can just Google that up. Sir, I come late, but you gave me very short description about the important import, please. Okay, that is just not possible. Watch the video once again after the class. It took the entire class to explain import. Now you want a very short description. That is not going to work. So do we have summer internship in DevTown? Yes, we have. Sir, can we use SQL DBs with React and Node.js? Absolutely yes. Okay, it does not matter which DBs you are using. Which is the first language you should learn and source? YouTube is the source. Learn C++ or Java as your first language. That is the best. Windows or Linux? I'll definitely go with Linux itself. Depends upon your work. If you're a developer, then go with Linux. If you're not a developer, then anything is fine. You really don't care about it. Okay. So next bootcamp teach about APIs. For APIs, I will have to have a separate bootcamp for that. Next bootcamp will be based on authentication system in Instagram clone. So that is the one that is going to be there. Import versus require, you can just do a Google search for it and learn it right over there. Okay. For those who are asking the same question again and again. सर सब लोग लिनक्स को ही इतना बूम बाम क्यों कहते हैं? Reason being because as a backend developer, as a cloud computing engineer, as a front-end engineer, as a DevOps engineer, you will have to deal with servers. Now Linux is an open source operating system. So most of the servers that you're going to use at any particular point of time are going to have Linux operating systems. So if you are using Linux at most of the times, you will be very familiar with all the different things and how it works and how you can make it faster, make it better. So that is something that I will definitely suggest go with Linux. Is C++ useful or Java? Both are equally useful. Just learn one of them. It does not matter. अरे साला हर रोज सेम क्वेश्चन पूछता है Marvels. Marvels, I've already answered your question twice. I'm not going to answer it again. 2 days you have asked the same question. I've already answered it. I'm not going to ask the same question again. I got an opportunity for doing 1 month internship, so I want suggestion on choosing which MNC. Siddhartha, again I'm making you guys understand the 1 month internship. You right now choose any company that you know of. Because after your training is complete, then you will actually know which company is suitable for you, which field are you interested in. Only then will a career counselor will be able to let you know that, okay, go with this particular company. Right now, choosing a company has no value. It has value when you understand which particular domain are you interested in. Like, okay, I'm interested in front end, I'm interested in back end, I'm interested in DevOps, I'm interested in cloud. Then that has value. Okay, so now that the attendance is over, again reminding you guys, for those who have missed, there were 2 attendances in our yesterday's class. If I missed any one of the attendances, you have received 0 attendance in our yesterday's class, guys. Again, I'm reminding it to you guys. Yesterday there were 2 attendances. If you have missed any one of those attendances, you have got 0 attendance in yesterday's class. Okay. Is Microsoft Azure courses helpful? No, not at all. Okay, so let's get started right now, guys, with our project itself. Okay, a little bit, at least the file system. So now what happens is that usually you won't be putting up components directly in your index.js file. This is your JavaScript file and you would like to keep it as simple as possible, as JavaScript based as possible itself, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Yes, Mr. Chaudhary, we have that. Do not worry. Right now, please focus upon in the class. What if we missed only one day attendance? No issues in that. You will still get the certificates. Guys, focus upon the class itself. You're getting distracted a lot. Okay. So right over here, guys, like I said, you want to keep this as simple as possible. So what happens in most of the projects is that you will create another file. And this file is something that you will be calling as app.jsx, guys. You're going to call it as app.jsx. This app.jsx is going to contain all the different components inside of this. You're not going to have the components inside of index.js. You're going to have all your components inside of app.jsx, guys. So for example, heading.jsx is there, right? So we'll get our const React, okay, we'll get our particular function. That is the app function right over here. App. And this particular function is going to return our div tag. Okay, right now it's an empty div tag. We really don't care about it. And then the last particular line is basically your export default, and then you are having your app.jsx. Okay. So this is your app.jsx, guys, app. Okay. So we are exporting app by default. Now this app is what you're going to import inside of index.js. This app.jsx that we have created right now, an empty particular container itself, that is the one you're going to import inside of index.js, guys. So instead of importing heading, you're going to import app, okay, from app.jsx, and you're going to use the app right over here. You're going to use you're going to render just the app inside of index.js. Okay. You're going to render just the app inside of index.js. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Tushar, I've already explained why do we use default. If you are not there in the class, please revert back the video and watch it again. I'm not going to explain the same thing 5 times. Okay. So right over here, guys, we are just going to render the app right over here. Then we are going to create a folder. We're going to create a new folder inside of src. We're going to call this as components. This folder is going to be called as components, guys, and all our components, including the heading.jsx for our purpose, is going to be present inside of our components, guys. So inside of src, you are having public and src. Inside of src, you are having components, and your app.jsx, your index.js, and your styles.css. Inside of your components itself, you are having your heading.jsx. Now you are going to render everything inside of app.jsx. Okay, inside of app.jsx, I'm going to import our particular thing. So import heading, heading, heading from /components /heading. And you're going to use the heading right over here. So I'll just copy paste it. And we have rendered the heading inside of the app. So now whatever component you want to build, you will build that component in a file present inside of the components folder, and you will render it inside of the app.jsx, not inside of the index.js. Now you're never going to touch the index.js, guys. Okay. You're never going to touch the index.js. You're only going to work with app.jsx, guys. Okay. So now if you go back to your website and refresh the page, as you're able to see, everything is working absolutely fine. There's no issues in that. Now I want you guys to explain to me, why do we use this app.jsx? Why do we create this folder called as components? Why is that the case, guys? Please let me know. I think so this should be very simple to understand. This should be nothing that I need to explain it to you guys. So I want you guys to answer to me, why do we create this app.jsx? We could have directly put everything inside of index.js. Okay, why do we create this components folder? We could have put all the components present in the same thing itself. Why? Why is that the case? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this, guys? Please let me know. To make things organized. To make things organized. Because right now you're building a very small project. When you're going to be building inside of a company itself, you will have millions of components. You will have millions of components right over there, and each of these components, so this is like this page component, this is this page's component. Inside of those folders there will be like navigation bar folder itself, then there will be like hero section folder. Inside of that you will be having the components. So it is to make things as organized as possible, as simple as possible for a developer to navigate and understand it. Are you guys able to understand this right now? Please let me know. Yes? Okay, now before tomorrow's class, I want you guys to reach till here. I want you guys to copy paste the styles.css. I want you guys to copy paste the styles.css that is given in the description of the video. I want you guys to create the app.jsx. I want you guys to create the index.js, the components folder, the heading.jsx. I want you guys to do all this before coming to tomorrow's class. Can you guys do that? Can you guys do that for me? Please do let me know. Can you guys do that for me? Please do let me know. The reason being because tomorrow we are going to start with our project, guys. I forgot that I have not taught you guys about components. So tomorrow we are going to start with our project and we are going to start from here. We're going to start from here itself, guys. So I want you guys to reach till here before you come to tomorrow's class. Will that be fine with everybody? Okay, great. So today I will not be taking up the second attendance. Tomorrow, let's see what happens. Maybe I'll take the attendance in the first 10 minutes. Maybe I will take the attendance in the last 10 minutes. I don't know. Come to the class on time daily, guys. Otherwise, you'll just miss on your attendance on a daily basis. Thank you so much, guys. And we'll move to our, we'll meet tomorrow and we'll meet tomorrow itself. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.